Hola a todos. I just thought I would take the time today while I had a spare second to go ahead and update my blog today. Yeah, just a drizzly Saturday here in Quito. Although we had a very interesting morning. I woke up to um, my bed shaking and the whole house was shaking. I'm like, oh my god, I think we're having an earthquake. And it lasted less than 30 seconds, but it was a really interesting experience, interesting way to wake up in the morning. That never happened to me before. But yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't. Abby and I were like, whoa, that was really cool. All this stuff, and everyone else in the house was like freaking out, and you could hear like our house brother upstairs. He was like um, yelling, "Temblor, temblor, terremoto, terremoto!" All this stuff. And Abby and I were just laughing because we'd not really experienced something like that before. So that was an interesting way to start the day, needless to say. And like our house mom's all freaking out because she's afraid there's gonna be like more temblors or earthquakes or whatever throughout the day. So nothing so far, but we'll see. There was a big earthquake the other day in Peru, so we think that that's probably kind of what triggered this one here so close to Quito. But anyway, other than that, not a whole lot's been going on. This week marked the beginning of a new class I started, Culture and Civilization. It's with the brother of the director of the school, Diego Corral. He's a really cool guy. He has a PhD in political science and all this kind of cool stuff. So we've kind of just been talking about like the beginning of man and like how evolution and like all the different theories of like how America and North America and South America and were populated and all that kind of stuff. So that was really interesting. And he took us to the National Museum here in Quito the other day, and that was really neat. We got to see like pottery and like all kinds of ancient artifacts from these first civilizations of Ecuador from like the very beginning to pretty recently. And like, took us into this one room. It was like full of like gold and silver objects and stuff, and it was really cool, and it was free. So definitely can't beat that. And then the other day we went to Old Town, which is like the oldest part of Quito, and we got to go into La Iglesia de San Agustin, and it's a really old church at Quito. And it was really, really cool because part of the church, there's this one room that we went into, and there's these two plaques on the wall. And Diego was telling us that it was in this room back in 1810 that a whole bunch of about 20 upper class people from Quito got together and signed this document that basically telling them that, hey, Spain, we're declaring independence from you. So that was really kind of cool to be able to be in that same room. They had the same desk that was there, almost 200 years ago. So that was really cool to get to be a part of that experience. And all the people that were in that room, they all got captured by the Spaniards, and they all died in prison before they could see their country liberated. But then after the war was over, they took their bodies and entombed them underneath the church. So that was kind of interesting. And then also, while we were there, we got to see some painting restoration processes. That was really interesting because like this church had all these like big paintings by this famous Ecuadorian painter. I forget his name, but it was really kind of bizarre because this guy he was crazy. He wanted to paint a lifelike replica of Jesus on the cross, so he crucified one of his students, like literally crucified them while they were still alive, so he could like get the exact like colors and paintings and expressions and all that stuff. And then when the police found out about it, like this guy went on the run, and then he hid out in this monastery or this church for like 13 years, and all he could do was paint. So that was really kind of bizarre. And so then the church is surrounded by all these really big religious type paintings and stuff. So, and we got to watch them how like go through the restoration process. It was really interesting. They told us like from start to finish just to repaint like or to like touch up one painting. I mean, they're pretty big paintings. They're probably about 8, 7, 8, between 7 and 9 feet long. and about that high. It takes a 1 year from start to finish, and they're not like repainting or whatever. They're like putting backing, like a new canvas backing on the canvas to keep it sturdy, and they do retouch up the paint, but all they do is they just paint vertical lines to kind of like touch it up because they don't want to do anything else because then they don't want to disturb the original intent of the painting. So that was really kind of neat to see that. And last weekend I went to El Panecillo, which means little bread in Spanish, and it's a hill that kind of divides the city between the north and the south. And there's the famous statue of the Virgin of Quito, and you can go up and climb up on the statue and see like the whole city, and it was really cool. And my friend Amanda and I went, and we were up there, and you could watch the lights come on in Quito. So that was really kind of neat to be up there and see the beautiful sunset and watch all the lights come on. I'll post a link to my Facebook page, and you can see some of the pictures that I took while I was up there, because that was a really neat experience. Yesterday we celebrated all the kids' birthdays at Nyeke, my volunteer project. All the kids that had birthdays in October, and of course my birthday was in October too, so the teachers that I work with, they got me a special cake, and I had to wear this really silly party hat. All the kids sang happy birthday to me, and that was really neat. And then one of my girls, Rita, she made me this thing. I don't think you guys can see it, but it says te amo mucho, te quiero mucho, with little flowers and hearts on it. And that was really cute. That made my day. I really like working with my kids, and that was really fun. So next week we have national holiday. The whole country is on a holiday, and then we're gonna hang out in Quito and just kind of see some of the things we haven't done yet, and maybe do some day trips or whatever. Haven't really decided yet. But tomorrow, the bullfighters are coming into town to kind of celebrate the pre-vacation, or pre-feriados, is what they call it here. And it's really interesting because one of the bullfighters that's coming is actually the cousin of my host family that we're staying in. So we got free tickets to go see the bullfights tomorrow. So that'll be an interesting cultural experience, even though I'm kind of iffy, not really supporting the whole bullfighting just on moral grounds, because it's kind of animal cruelty and all that kind of stuff. But it's a free experience, and it's something that my family here is really into. So don't want to be rude or anything like that. So that'll be pretty interesting. So other than that, that's about the general update about what's been going on here. The earthquake this morning was probably the most exciting thing that's happened to me lately. I woke up and everyone was posting on Facebook. It's like, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel the earthquake? So that was interesting. But yeah. So that's about what's going on around here, and I'll be sure to update you guys if I decide to do anything exciting for the national holiday or whatever. So other than that, I'll talk to you all later. Ciao.